We're here at the Mermaid Theatre for the second OTN 10K Karate Clash. For those of you that missed the first, 32 elite athletes, one match, one winner, one £10,000 prize. Now the Mermaid Theatre's empty at the moment, but tonight a sellout crowd will witness a spectacular event. I have with me Mr. Joe Long, the organiser. Joe, what is it about the 10K?
Well, tonight we've got 4 groups of 8, with the winner from each group taking it through to the semi-finals and the winner bagging a cool £10,000. Karate, K1, kickboxing, it's a mixed bag, and we will see who's the daddy of British karate. Let's take a quick look at the groups. Group 1 qualifying stage. Mark Brown takes on Michael Shrives. Dave Williams faces Paris Open champion Rory Daniels. Leon Martin takes on Ireland's Stephen Corbett. And Matt Price gets a bye against an injured Ian Cole. Only one fighter from this group will make it through to the semi-final stage.
Right, so here we go with the OTN Outdoor Television Network 10K Karate Clash. The first two up, Michael Shrives and Mark Brown. I'm Malcolm Martin, and with me my regular partner in crime, Ticky Donovan OBE. Ticky, Michael Shrives against the freestyler Mark Brown. He's in a no-win situation here, really.
Well, I've seen Mark fight. He was good at Crystal Palace, but Michael Shrives has just won the Commonwealth Championship, and he's been looking very good.
Psychologically, though, Ticky, as I said, Michael's expected to win its karate rules, and if he loses, he could get flack from the karate guys. Mark Brown, really, he should go out here, all guns blazing. He's got nothing to lose, has he?
No, you know, once the fight started, he just wants to. Both of them just want to win. There's a punch there, he's scored.
And it looks like it's to Mark Brown,
yeah.
The freestyle Wacko European champion. You said earlier that Michael, you know, he's on a good run of form, winning the Commonwealth. If he gets this one out of the way, he'll be a very happy man, won't he?
I think he'd settle down if he's just got a point there, so they might settle him down. The first fight of the evening must be the worst fight for the fighters. You know,
and again, it's wonderful that our very opening fight picks one of the freestyle champions against a karate champion, and it gives us a chance immediately to see the problems both might face. Obviously for the freestylers, it's understanding the rules, but for the karate guys, really it's coming to terms with very flamboyant people. We saw at Crystal Palace. Now Ticky, you were in the days when a lot of the styles mixed, the great days of karate, and you guys fought under all systems. So do you think it's good that we should be bringing those days back?
Yeah, you know, a fight's a fight. So if something's doing, doesn't matter what martial art, if it's to do with kicking and punching, it's good. It's good for them to work with each other. But I like the new rules now. You know, we're not seeing much kicking at the moment, but I'm sure it must be very tight up there. Time called.
It just called time, and it looks like Michael has weathered the storm and come through after. It's very tricky opening back to him there, wasn't it?
Yes, he took time to settle, but that is Michael Shrives' fight.
Right, so the second fight of the evening, Dave Williams versus Rory Daniels, Ticky. Now, how do you see this one going?
Well, I'd have to bet the money on Rory, especially with his head kicks. David will just keep going forward all the time. That's the way he fights, and he wins a lot of points by pushing people out the area, or forcing them out, I should say, not pushing them out. But Rory's got to get that punch going, and there's the kick. Just didn't finish it, but
that's right. As you said though, Ticky, I mean, Rory again out, and he'll lose a point this time, won't he?
Yeah,
the second time out.
Yeah, that's the second one. He'll give a point away, so he's got to start attacking and not going backwards. But this is the way David fights.
But Rory will know this one. What do you think Rory needs to do? Again, as soon as he said that, he's looking for those kicks now, isn't he?
Yes, he's got to take the fight to him, like he's done there. So he's not reading the area.
And again, I must stress that this is intentionally a slightly smaller area than they're used to, because this is the 10K challenge. They want the guys to fight the whole time, which I know you'll be happy with.
Yes.
So I've got a soft spot for Rory, and I feel if he settles down, he could be one of the guys to look for to take this money. Do you agree?
I should think he's one of the 4 favourites. He fought very well in the Commonwealth. He's a very exciting fighter. He's very exciting. He took a kick around the back now. he's like the old school Rory. He never stops kicking and punching. He's always injuring himself.
And that's strange because normally Rory's a very intelligent fighter, isn't he?
But he's not using his legs like I thought he would. Another face punch there. Referee's called it. 2 judges give it. Again, I don't like the way he's stepping back. See, this is where you need a coach behind him to tell him to get forward.
But if he does get through this, do you feel that it's been a lot more difficult than you would have initially imagined? Do you think Dave's put up a far better fight than you thought?
Well, what Dave has done, he's closed him down a lot, and he's not letting him get his legs going. You know, but, if Rory goes out there again, that's 2 points he's going to give away.
Exactly. And again, the jog rule makes this so exciting. It's everything to make these men stand and fight for that £10,000.
Now, there, Rory should have had a reverse punch there. David near enough stopped in front of him.
Leon Martin versus Stephen Corbett. From what you're saying there, Tiki, it does show us the value of having your coach, doesn't it? Having your coach there to tell you.
Yes.
Is this an added pressure on them as well, that they're alone on the match like this in such a big tournament, having to think totally for themselves?
Well, what is missing? There's normally 2 white lines where the competitors have to stand, and there's no lines there. There should be actually, but then it's up to the competitor to think about it and to use the ring craft. Look how far back he is. So there he doesn't stop all. If that had it, that's a definite 2 points away.
He's upset, we're hearing boos. Do you think that possibly he's got himself too hyped up? He's just too emotionally involved for this.
Well, he's just going for head punches. I mean,
but you can see, Tiki, even from the way he's breathing when he's on the mat waiting, he's there, he's hyped up. The whole occasion, I think, without being rude to him, seems to have got just a bit too much for him at the moment.
Yeah. This is the typical thing of aggression, fighting somebody who's more relaxed, keeping cool, picking the points.
And it's worked. Leon has now gone through.
That's it.
Now, sadly here, Tiki, Ian Cole was injured very, very recently. They couldn't get a replacement in time, so Matt Price will be through to the next round by default. There's just nothing can be done about it.
No, it's a shame.
Knowing Matt Price, KUGB Grand Champion, he wouldn't want it this way either, would he?
No, of course he wouldn't. And I was interested to watch him fight, actually.
So Matt Price there, through by default. Ian Cole unable to attend. So we have Michael Shrives through, Rory Daniels through, Leon Martin through, and Matt Price through. Right, so Michael Shrives versus Rory Daniels, Tiki. 2 young men, they've got through their first round fights. They've got that fight out of the way. And in this 10k challenge, we're going straight through the group.
They both had 1 fight, so they're more settled now.
Come on, who's your money on? Come on, give it to me.
Well, I'd have to say Rory out of experience. But saying Michael fought so well. I was really impressed with him in the Commonwealth, and you know, in the squad training the whole week he was working really well.
I talked to him before this, and he's very, very confident, Tiki.
He's got 1 fault, Michael, and you can see it there. He overstretches with his punches, and he makes his stance too big, and you saw him slide down to the floor there.
Having said that, he attempted a wonderful turning kick there, jump turning kick, almost landed. Only Rory's reflexes saved the points there.
Yeah. If it had scored, I would have been impressed with it, but look how he stretches his stance out, Michael, look. And Rory's brought up with a head kick there. Super.
I was just about to say to you, how can Rory exploit that weakness? And he just pulled out the kick.
See, the thing is, Michael's stance is so big, but as he goes in for his punch, he goes lower, which is easier for Rory to use his legs. But he won't give up, Michael. He'll come for it now.
Rory letting everyone know that he's very good with his legs as well.
Yeah, so he's using the area better this time, Rory. He must have gone off angry with himself, giving away a couple of jog eyes.
Yes, as I said before, I feel that if he settles into this group and comes through this group and gets to the semi-final stage, there's every chance.
Yeah, Michael's pulled 2 back there with a kick around the back. So this is it, Rory seemed to come off the boil then. And the biggest problem with Rory is he goes up on points and then he comes off them. And I'd like to see him keep attacking.
Because again, it's shorter duration, these group fights. They're 2 minutes. You'd like to see him work those 2 minutes and make sure of the points.
Well, I say to the fighter, how long are you fighting for? They say 2 minutes. I say no, until it's 8-0, until you get 8 in front. So you could wrap it up sometimes in a minute, less than a minute.
Yes, you said before the fight, and it's been proven right, Michael will just keep coming at you.
Oh, there's it. No, just short. Nearly, see, there's a danger there when you're stopping.
He's threatened it twice, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And he's almost landed it twice.
See, Maurice, you just got to keep meeting him with them punches, but Michael...
Rory shook his head there, Tiki. He's won, but he shook his head. Do you think he needs to back up to really go for this money?
He's got to, you know, I mean, he's fair. He doesn't need to keep going backwards. It's something we talk to him about, and he says, yeah.
Right, so Leon Martin versus Matt Price. Leon possibly with the advantage purely of having one fight. Matt's coming into what is his first fight in the second round.
Coming in cold, so rules he's not normally working to, but that's a super technique.
Well, you should be here with Tiki Donovan. Tiki almost leapt out of his chair in delight. He loved that, Tiki.
Well, that's superb. See, that's a typical Ippon Shobu. That would be the finish of the fight, and that was really nice and strong and positive. And this is the only thing I'm worried about. What will his control be right? Because the Ippon Shobu, they fight a little bit stronger. Yeah, he'll be pleased with that now. But he's made a bit of...
I spoke to Matt Price beforehand, and he was very modest, very philosophical. He said, I'm just going to come in here. I'm confident, obviously, but I just want to do my best, and took a good showing. He didn't big himself up as the KUGB champion. He just said, I want to do well, but contact there, Tiki?
Yeah, contact, and Leon scored around the back first, so he could be winding up giving 3 points away here. Because he scored around the back with a kick, if the judges are still going to give it. He's got the 2 points. Now he's got a warning for contact. Now I thought that was the second warning, but it's the first warning.
Will this affect Matt mentally? Having to adapt like this, will it affect him mentally like that?
I don't know, you know, not knowing the guy. I mean, he looks very determined.
This one's certainly getting the crowd going as well.
Yeah, he's got a punch there.
And looking ahead, if we can presume that much, Tiki, Matt Price versus Rory Daniels to get to the semis.
But Leon's got to do some work. I mean, he's just...
Well, there's 10 seconds left, Tiki, and if we can quickly say, has Matt impressed you?
Oh, what a stupid move.
With 10 seconds left.
That was a stupid move. I mean, he just didn't need to do that. He should have just gone straight to the body. No, that's going to give a point away, and
that could be crucial.
Yeah,
for Matt. So there you have it, the last of the second round fights.
Leon, he was losing that fight, and he didn't go for him. You know, you've lost, so why stand there? You know, I'd rather see him go and lose another 2 points.
Group 1 quarter-final, Rory Daniels v Matt Price. One of these two fighters will reach the semi-final.
So here we go, Group 1 final, Rory Daniels versus Matt Price. What's at stake, Tiki? A place in the semi-finals and just 2 fights away from £10,000. And as you said earlier when we were watching the sweep from Matt, this might not be an easy fight at all for Rory Daniels.
No, but it'd be interesting to see what Matt is like blocking his head, because I don't think he's gone straight in for the sweep. I knew he would. I don't think Leon done enough head kicks on him. So, I mean, his hands are fairly low. Rory takes the first point.
Rory seems a lot more focused this time around. He's had 2 fights, he's worked his way, and I think he recognises the threat from Matt Price.
Yes, he's getting there. There's a kick. His hands are too low, Matt. You know, straight away you can see that his hands are low. He's focusing on going in with a punch, and he's not really thinking about blocking.
And so, strong contact there on Rory. He didn't make anything of it to his credit.
No, he didn't. but he knew he'd already got the punch in. But we see some sweat come off his head then, doesn't it?
Well, one thing I think he's picked up on that you mentioned the first 2 rounds, Rory's getting more in the centre of the mat, he's coming forward more.
Yeah, I think someone's had a word with him. It wasn't me, I haven't moved. But
no, I can vouch for that. Ticky's been here the whole time.
But you know, Rory will have his friends here, people with him saying, aim it out.
And we could see there he's forcing the action now, he's pushing forward. When in his previous 2 fights he was always moving backwards, wasn't he?
That's right. But he's tried that Ashurama wash, that's the roundhouse back kick, but I think Matt looks very tired now. Rory's got to go up with that roundhouse kick to the face. He nearly got in. But I'm pleased with Rory there because he kept the pressure on. You know, he had Matt.
And there you go, Rory Daniels through, got rid of a very difficult Matt Price. Right, I have with me our Group 1 quarter-finalists, and if I first go to the loser, Matt, without making excuses, was it difficult adapting to the rules?
That's the first time I've fought under the WKF rules. I've trained under them numerous times, but obviously fighting, that's a different thing entirely. It is a lot more fitness orientated. The controls are a bit more strict to what I'm used to. So the fitness especially, you find yourself tying up a little bit, trying things you probably shouldn't. You should be thinking, because you're constantly thinking attack. So, yes, it is different.
Well, you still did yourself proud, Matt. Ladies and gentlemen, Matt Price. And from there, the man that beat Matt Price, Rory Daniels. Rory, 2 fights away now possibly from £10,000.
Yeah, well, it's one step closer. I knew it was going to be hard coming into the groups, mostly heavyweights. So I just thought I got to get my points, get my legs going, and keep moving, and I'm winning my group.
Ticky Donovan, who was commentating with me, felt that you started slowly, but as it went on, you got better, and you peaked for the fight with Matt. Is that a fair comment?
Yeah, I would say that's fair. At the start, it's always hard. So it's your first fight. You've got to adapt to the lights, the mat, the crowd, and it's just I'm okay now, so I'm used to it, and that's what it is, really.
Well, there you have it. Well done, Rory Daniels. He goes on through to the semi-finals. That's it for Group 1. We have our semi-finalist. We will be back taking it to the mat with Group 2 after this short break.
Group 2 qualifying stage. Peter Edwards takes on Paul Richards. Trevor Justin faces Drew Neal from the freestyle circuit. European champion Alton Brown takes on Scotland's Scott Gemmell. And Davin Pack faces kickboxing's very own John Shields. Once again, only one person from this group will make it through to the semi-finals, facing the winner of Group 1.
Yes, I'm Malcolm Martin, and once again it's my pleasure to have with me Ticky Donovan OBE. Ticky, another one of those freestyle versus karate matchups that must put great pressure on the karate guy.
Well, Paul's settling down now, and that's what he's got to do. Yeah, but he's got to take it to him. He's got to do a bit more pulling, try and make him make mistakes, and then go back after him. There he is, he's gone out the area again.
Yes, Jogai.
That's Jogai stepping out the area, so that's twice. He give a point away now.
And the freestyle guys will know about this. They know about area warnings, that it's okay, it's a different name, it's a Japanese term, but the principle's the same, so they can't say they don't know about this. They will.
Oh, they know about it. Good point from Paul there. He's settling down now, so he come out 100 miles an hour. That's 2-1 to Paul. He's reading the fight now.
Yes, facially, looking right above our position he is now. He looks very calm now, doesn't he, and concentrated. Paul.
Scored again. Sorry, Malcolm, yeah, he does what he's got to do is just settle down now. He's making Peter come up short with his technique and then going back after him. So if that technique doesn't score, he's stuck in there. Another one to Blue.
He shook his head there. He felt he got the punch to the stomach, didn't he? You could see him there.
He needs to mess it up and try and do more combinations, Peter. He's just doing one technique. So gone out the area there, Paul.
That's time called as well, though, Ticky, and I think that's going to be a win for Paul, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a win for Paul.
Now, Ticky, this will be very, very interesting because Drew Neal, very fast legs. In the Super Leagues, in his style, He's swept the boards this year. He's a very confident young man. He's the Super League Grand Champion. He's only been defeated once this year. Incredible legs and very good reflexes. Of all the freestylers, I feel this young man might have the best chance.
Well, it'd be interesting to watch. I'm looking forward to watching him, but he's putting his head down a lot. Trevor's a good kicker, and there he is, scored 2 straight away. I noticed straight away when Drew, he came in with a punch and then his head went down again. That's something they can't do, because once you drop your head. Oh, that was a very good point by Neil. I mean, Trevor just threw that in there. That's what I'm saying, he looks tired, and that's when you do silly
He's a
things.
very fit young man, Tiki, and he's very focused. And as I said, he's got that thing you can't give him, the confidence of a winning season.
It's just dropping a head again there.
He's only lost once all season under his own rules. He's the overall Grand Champion. He comes to this on the end of that season, which finished just over a week ago. Very, very confident, which must help him. And there's 10 seconds left.
Well, it's 2-2, but Trevor looks very tired. No, he's got a Uraka now. That was a silly point for Drew to give away this late in the fight, actually. Did he get it back? You got to go again.
I like the way he's trying to throw karate-style punches to show the judges, to show clean technique. He's thought about it. I thought that was clean there, to be honest.
I thought that
Dickie.
was a good punch.
That was a clean punch. I thought he got that one.
I think it lacked a little bit of kime, but
Drew a
that's a
wide
shame.
smile. It's a shame.
Yeah.
That would have been interesting at Thrill. Right, next up, Alton Brown versus Scott Gemmell. And Tiki, you know both these young men.
yeah, I've got to put my money on Alton here. He's junior European champion. He just comes second to Rory in the Commonwealth. Scott's a great guy, but I can't see that he's been training anywhere in the league that Alton's been training. He's just got selected to go to the Junior Worlds. And he really has been training and fighting well, Alton.
Alton's looking very sharp and very precise. First fight for him, yet he's in there, isn't he?
He's in there, and let's see if he's working what we say. Another punch for Alton there.
Realistically, you said he's very young. Realistically, the 10,000 beyond him this year?
I think so. But you never know. Alton's the sort of boy that he trains with the seniors. He's on the senior squad as well.
And being fair, he's making very light work of this one.
Yeah. I'd like to see him score with a kick, but then not being cruel to Scott. Another punch. He's just got the timing of him.
Do you think that also comes with youth? They're fearless.
No, I think it comes with the person. You know, he's just lost his balance twice there on a kick, but well, one kick missed, and that one he lost his balance. But if you realise that Scott still didn't try and block either one of them, so the target is still there.
To be honest, and not to be
Round the
cruel to
back, kick round the back for 2 points.
Scott hasn't really put up much of an offensive at all, has he really?
No, I mean Scott's taking it to him, and Alton's just picking him off. 7-0. Very good win for Alton Brown.
Yes, comfortable win for Alton Brown there. He goes through to the next round and looking very, very sharp. Now this is an interesting one, Tiki, because you have Davin Pack possibly as one of the guys that could go all the way or very far. John Shields, more famous now for kickboxing, very good kickboxing star, boxing star, traditional karateka originally, but you just feel Davin might have too much under these rules for him.
Well, it'd be interesting to see how John's contact is if he's been doing this, but Davin's younger, and I should think he should be a lot faster. Again, Davin just won the Commonwealth, and he's a very clever, tricky fighter, Davin. You know, he's strong as anything. So as you can see there's a kick to the face, Tiki. The thing I will say in John Shields' favour, he's one of those old-fashioned fighters. He'll fight anyone, anywhere, anytime, under any rules.
Oh, he's a great character, John.
He fought the Ukrainian champion boxing and beat him. 2 weeks after he fought a fantastic Iraqi champion kickboxing, and now he's in the 10K.
Yeah. I must admit, John Shields is a very strong man, so it's a good point, Ticky. He couldn't move him.
There's a punch. That's his favourite, Davin. He feints with the backhand, and as soon as they look at his backhand, he hits him with the front hand.
Very wry smile there from John Shields as well, because he didn't see it.
No,
it came in,
didn't see
and a
it.
little smile.
Another punch from Davin.
He's been away from traditional karate in terms of tournaments for a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, 3 times British full contact kickboxing champion, the pedigree's there, but he knew what he was up against here, and again, very modest man. He just said, I'm going to give, like I give every tournament, my best. He was under no illusions.
As far as I'm concerned, right, Davin is one of the four favourites here to win it. And John just, if you look, he just doesn't know what to do with him. He keeps dropping his head. That's down to his boxing, his kickboxing.
And there again, Ticky, you've got a soft spot for the boxing and kickboxing because you were one of the first men to introduce pad work into karate.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot. I love John. He's a great guy. There's a lot of youth there.
So Group 2, Paul Richards takes on Trevor Justin and Alton Brown takes on Davin Pack to see the final 2 who will meet in the quarter-final.
So here we go, Paul Richards, Trevor Justin.
Point straight away to Trevor. He just used that long front arm and picked him off.
This for a place in the quarter-final fight-off. Well, he took a big intake of breath. Will that feature in this 2 minutes? Will Paul push him all the way?
Yeah, he's pushed him out again. If you look, see now, Trevor's just standing like that. Paul there is hassling him. He's working. He's like feinting. He's pulling, and all the time he's pushing him back to the area. Look again. How far back he's starting. They're not picking the ring craft up. Oh, a super point.
Yes, he came in beautifully there.
You see, bobbed, weaved, and just picked him off. Well, it'd be a 2-pointer as Trevor's hands are down, got them on his waist. He's unfit. And
He didn't need telling though, did he? He just shook his head as if to say he knew exactly what happened there.
Yeah. And this is where he hasn't come to win £10,000, Trevor, Otherwise you'd be training like anything. If I was in a competition like this, I'd be training my heart out. Otherwise I wouldn't enter it.
Good point there, Ticky, because it's the prestige as well. The 10K challenge is getting such prestige now, but forget the money. Ray Otto said he just wanted to be the winner. Last year, Wayne said the money was great, but because it was the challenge, 32 of the greatest blokes, he just wanted to win it.
Yeah, that's it. They want to win, and the money's extra, but Trevor's he's flat-footed, Paul's bouncing, and
Paul's loving this at the moment, isn't he? He's just loving it.
And he deserves it. Trevor's probably thinking, perhaps I should have got up early and gone running them extra mornings. Because I bet Paul was.
If it was the gladiatorial days, the Emperor would be giving the thumbs down, wouldn't he?
Yeah, I'm sorry, they would. I mean, I remember last year when Wayne went round Ian Cole's one day, and there was Ian's weights on the side, and he went straight on and started training again.
I like the look of this one, Ticky. Alton Brown very assured in his first fight. Davin Pack as well. Davin made short shrift of John Shields. Alton made short shrift of Scott Gemmell. Now they're against each other.
Yeah. They know each other. Davin knows that Alton will be trying to get his legs up there.
You thought Alton got the
first blood, yeah. Fast punch there. But Wayne and myself, we've been working with them for 4 years now, and finally it's clicking. We're getting there. And at the Commonwealth Championships, we took 12 gold, 5 silver, 5 bronze.
Fantastic result by anyone's books, isn't it? By any standards, that's great.
I mean, we took 12 golds out of 17 categories. So. Alton scored again. But he's got the experience to know that he can't let Davin close to him with them punches.
when you talk about Davin's experience, one thing I've noticed when he's fighting, his expression never changes.
No, he doesn't. That's what I'm saying, he's very focused. Oh, there's a point. Yes. Judge give it, but referee hasn't given it. Alton's playing a clever game here. You know, he's going to nick this off of Davin if he ain't careful. There's a good close punch.
Yeah, spotted this time. But emotionally, he gives you nothing to feed on, does he, when you're opposite him there? His face is just ice cold.
Yeah, he's just got that same focus. So there's Alton first. Again. Yeah, Davin's not taking the fight to him. He's letting Alton bring it to him. Get him off. Look, Alton's clever fighting, pulling him back. He's going to get another warning now. That's the second warning. He's got to be careful there, Alton. Well, Davin's got to pull another one back. He's still down. He's pulled it back. See now? Again, what Alton's done wrong.
So there's a shot. Alton Brown has put Davin Pakai in the group stages, Tiki.
Group 2, the quarter-final, Paul Richards faces Alton Brown.
Well, we're going to find out. Paul Richards versus Alton Brown for a place in the semi-final and a position that means you're just 2 fights away from the OTN £10,000.
There's Alton scored. But now that's going to upset Alton's plans. He got a warning for that, for contact. So he got the first punch, but
to woke Paul up as well. All of a sudden, Paul came out firing. It's sort of like woken him up.
There's a strength for Paul. Alton stood and punched it with him and got knocked off his feet. Saying that's Paul is so strong.
Beautiful kick though, Tiki, straight away. Tiki Donovan actually clapping there right above us. It was beautiful to watch. That's what you said he was capable of.
That's what he's capable of, and say if I was coaching him, I would have been telling him to do that right from the beginning, because he's so far. And again, nearly.
I thought that landed Tiki.
I think he should have turned to a punch first, but you know, to come straight out of it again. Now there was a Jodan punch from Alton. He's come right back into it now.
I was just about to say, Tiki, so far this has become the fight of the night. This has really warmed up. All of a sudden, this second minute has fired into life.
This is why I love these new rules, because there was Paul. He had Alton 2-0, and now Alton's got Paul 5-2. You know that.
Straight in, so fast now. As I said, for me, Tiki, we've had some good fights already, but as far as we've gone so far, this is the highlight for me. This has been cracking.
Yes, this is a super fight, and Paul now knows he wants to mix it with him to turn him over. And Alton's got to stand his ground and be strong with that reverse punch.
And he's just got another point there, Alton.
Yeah, and Paul's coming for him straight away. There's a front hand going to come there. Now he done a stomach punch, but it was too weak, so Paul's pulled one back.
Time's running out for him though, Tiki.
Its time is running out. There's a punch for Alton. Oh no, Paul, that wasn't strong. Look, he's on him. He knows the time is nearly out, Paul. Alton's got to be strong and punch.
Yeah, it's there. Alton Brown through. The young prospect, the young man that Tiki Donovan feels could go all the way in his career, might go all the way tonight, Tiki.
Well, I'd love to see it. He's a great guy.
Right, that was our Group 2 quarter-final. I think you'll agree that was probably the fight of the night so far. An incredible contest. At this stage, someone always has to go out, and sadly, Paul, it's you. It's almost an unfair question, but how do you feel at the moment knowing that was a great contest?
I knew it was always going to be a hard fight. Alton's European Junior Champion. I knew that my work cut out. Obviously, I'm really gutted. I'd like to have kept it a few more rounds if we could have made it to the final. But that's the way it goes. Fought the best I could. Hope the crowd enjoyed it. You know,
and through to the semi-finals, Alton Brown. 2 fights away from £10,000. How are you going to approach the next fight, the semi-final? And that will be Rory Daniels.
A lot sharper than the previous fights. Yeah, but I'll give him a run for his money.
So there you heard it. Alton Brown going to give Rory Daniels a run for his money. That's the end of Group 2. We've got our second semi-finalist. Join us after the break for Group 3 and see who'll join them.
Group 3, qualifying stages. Ross Arscott takes on Jory Chafer. Crowd pleaser Jason Legister takes on KUGB champion Julian Cunningham. Paul Newby takes on K1 heavyweight champion Gary Turner. And Ireland's Martin Rice faces Scotland's Callum Robb. Only one winner from this group of 8 will make it through to the semi-final stages.
Tiki, Ross Arscott, freestyle versus Jory Chafer. Another one of these matches where anything can happen.
Yes, Rory's fighting very hot and cold at the moment, so this will be very interesting to see.
Well, Ross Arscott, the current World IASCA champion, so he's on form. Very mobile young man. I've seen him a number of times, Tiki. He's very mobile and very elusive.
Got a punch there, but he looks a little bit weak. And Ross done a good counter punch there, but also that looked very weak. So I think he's got to sink his punch a bit.
He's got the kick in there though this time, Tiki.
Yeah.
I think they've given that.
2 points. Kick to the stomach. Needs to get it going though here.
That was a cork there, a champagne cork popped behind us. I thought it was maybe an assassination attempt on Tiki there. Worried me for a moment, but I can assure you it wasn't.
Another point to Jory. Yeah, I saw that come flying past.
Just shows what fun they're having at this wonderful event, Tiki.
He's got, yeah, another point to Jory. 2 blues, yeah, 3 blues.
Jory's warming up now, isn't he?
Yeah,
I
Ross has
think
got
he's
to
found
start.
Ross's measure, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He's waiting to draw the man on, and it's not working.
No, well, he's getting beaten to the point. He scored there. Referee Chico is giving it.
I think he's giving a bit of leeway here to Ross, isn't he? Which is fair.
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't know the rules. And 2 blues, red, and referee gives the red. So referee overrules. He has
Gives it to the red. Out of all of them so far, though, Ross is probably doing the best at this precise moment in time.
Well, he scored 2. Jory actually is. I mean, he had the guy 5-0. He had Ross 5-0, and now he's gone back to 5-2. Now is that the second Jogai?
Yeah.
And he's given a point away. Now Jory in the selections for the junior world lost the match on Jogai. He went out and got disqualified. He went out 4 times, and he is very. He doesn't think. In fact,
again, he's done enough to go through. Far from convincing, but it means that another freestyle star doesn't make the grade for the second round. Jason, we know all about him. To me, on paper, this is one of the best group draws in the tournament.
It'll be very interesting to see. I haven't seen Julian fight. Jason's got so much ability and he's very fast, but sometimes he wastes ever such a lot of time for me. Jason can get a bit headstrong sometimes. So now we know what he's going for. He's trying to pull him and then go for a head punch. I'd just like to see him kick more. Another Jogai. Point away. He's very, very fast. And look, he's pressure all the time. And he's took the first point there. It makes Jason 2-0. Julian's got to start attacking him now. He's still going backwards quite a lot, Julian. Look, he's... A super move by Jason. Zigzag side steps.
Lovely lateral movement there to get away from the punch and score his own point.
Kick was coming round the back, just side steps and went round it. Beautiful move. Jason's just closing his legs down. Julian's got to start kicking. Time's running out. It's 4-0.
And Jason now is very sensible, isn't he? He's got the points. He's got the fight almost, and he's just being very sensible, moving.
He's going to, as soon as Julian moves, he's going to go in on him.
And again, you mentioned awareness. Jason was so aware of that area.
Yeah.
That one jogger, even when he's moving around the periphery, he's still inside. Well, this is another one for different reasons that I've been looking forward to, Tiki. Paul Newby, small, mobile. Gary Turner, 94 kilos, the British K1 heavyweight champion. But I must say, I know Gary, one of the nicest men you could meet, and he said, I can't be arrogant enough to think I'll win this. He wants to do this to foster good relations in sport and to show that he's open to any challenges. But he was really nice before, and he said, I don't expect to win this tournament, I'm just happy to be entering it.
Well, that's great again. And
one of the things about Gary, 94k, but very mobile. Very mobile.
Points of Paul there. Now he's given 2 there because he punched twice before the referee said stop. So once you get in that danger zone, you've got to throw something. It's no good just standing there. You know, and some of them get in the danger zone so they can reach their opponent, but their opponent can reach them and they're not doing anything. Unless you're used to that, it's a cardinal rule to go out that area. It's not on your mind.
It's very brave to put your reputation on the line, isn't it?
Scored a point there.
Come here.
Scored a point there.
Because as the K1 heavyweight champion and with the prestige of the K1, he doesn't need to risk his reputation here, so I think it's a brave move.
Yes.
And then of all the things to get drawn against possibly the smallest, most mobile man in the tournament, you couldn't have written it better, could you?
So he's got caught again, then gone out the area. I mean, for Gary, that area is small. For Paul, it's not. A small man, he can move around. And look where he's standing again. So
yeah.
They're not thinking about that. He's already halfway out.
Paul is incredibly focused.
Oh, super back kick.
Incredibly focused. I was just about to say he proved it there.
That's a technique for a small man against a big man. And look, Gary took that really well. You know, that's a technique of a small man on a big man.
And there, Paul Newby really, he's got through that very well. The potential pitfalls in his favour. I feel we must commend Gary Turner on his contact restraint. He tried to work within the rules against a smaller man and went out like he comes in with a big smile on his face. But Paul Newby looked focused and ready for this. Right, the last of our first group stage fights. Martin Rice versus Callum Robb. What's your thoughts on this one, Tiki?
I've been impressed with Callum. He's got very good legs. He won the Junior Europeans for Scotland, and he looks very young. He is. He's got a baby face, but he can fight. He can punch. He can kick. And say if he gets him right now, Martin's putting a bit of brute force on him.
Yes, we've seen Martin in the 3-on-3s before as well, haven't we? Regular team competitor there.
Again, this punch but too small. And I make the referee right there. If you can see that Callum's first, but he's halfway going away from it before he's finished his punch. Oh, there's his leg going up there. That's what he's got to do more of. Once they start punching again, see, he's punched again. Oh, the referee's going to give this one, but they're really not strong enough. They should be a lot stronger on that.
I know you keep constant score, Tiki, so where does that leave us in this one at the moment?
It's 1-1 at the moment, so they're running a draw at the moment. We haven't had a draw yet, have we?
No, not yet at all.
And if we have a draw, it goes to Enchausen, which is sudden death. It's the first one to score.
And it's worth pointing out, with the loss by Gary Turner, this is now a pure karate tournament once more. All the wild cards, as we like to call them, have gone out. It's pure karate now.
Pure karate now, right. Well, let's have a look now. Who's giving them? Oh no, he's got another warning, Martin. That's a shame because he's going to give a point away now.
In his favour, Callum's not made a fuss about it at all, has he?
No. Again,
that's that punch. As you said, it's weak, isn't it? If there's nothing behind it.
Yeah. But he's a young boy. He's just got to stretch it out more, that punch. He's done it again, so he's put his head down, avoiding the fight. That's his second warning, so he's going to give a point away now.
I know there's the tension, I know it's a lot at stake, but this was quite a scrappy, messy fight, wasn't it, this one?
I wasn't impressed with it very much. I've seen Callum fight much better than that.
Well, he scraped through, Ticky, but it wasn't pretty.
No.
Group 3, Jory Chafer takes on Jason Legister, and Paul Newby meets Scotland's Callum Robb for a place in the quarter-final.
Well, this will be interesting because these two train together. I would favour Jason. And say Rory again took two jog eyes. He went out the area twice in that.
Because even if you're training together, that all goes as soon as you get on that mat, doesn't it? Well, especially when there's 10,000 as well.
Yeah.
I'd fight my mother for that.
Jory, see, he's backing off. He's come out. He started, and now Jason knows what to do with him. He's pushing him back, jog eye.
Just like you mentioned before, he's looking for that jog eye, isn't he? He's psychologically using every tool he's got.
He's pushing him.
He's an athlete. He should take that sort of blow and just get on with it.
Well, if it was a blow, as I'm saying, I fancy it was the thumb or the nail that went in his eye. There's an argument that I don't agree with all the rules, like with cadets, which is 16 and 17-year-old. You're not allowed to touch the face with a punch. You can with a kick, but not even touch it. And I say, well, that doesn't make them protect themselves. You know,
they can take that habit into the next level, can't they?
Yeah, they take it that, well, if you hit me, you're going to get a warning, so I don't need to block. So, you know, sometimes I'm the old school. But it seems to took everything out of this fight now. Jory's not doing anything. Gone a bit stale, hasn't it? Jason gone out the area there.
First jog eye for Jason, I think.
Yeah.
It's upset him. It's upset his rhythm. It's obvious.
It's upset his rhythm. It's upset Rory as well because Jason's gone in with a punch there. He's going backwards there.
Jason's gone through, but this eye will bother him. He's not very happy.
This will be interesting now.
The thing we must point out here is that what
super move from Paul is that zigzag punch to the face. That's his favourite, and that was executed brilliantly.
I was just about to say he's never phased by fighting taller opponents because he's always fighting taller opponents. He's got the measure, hasn't he?
Yeah.
It never phases him.
No, he's under 60 kilos and he's a member of the team. He lines up with a team that are all over 6 foot. You know,
the problems for his opponent, and we've seen it so many times, but when he does decide to come in, he comes in so fast.
Yeah, he does. But see, Paul goes for this grab, push and kick, and that's what he tried to do there. But while you're grabbing someone, you've got no protection to your head. As soon as he pushed him away, the kick hit him round there.
But yeah, the kick came after the push,
yeah.
And it was unfortunate for Callum because, as we said, we thought it was good, but that's history now.
That's Callum.
Callum's fired up for this.
He is. He's fighting better than he did in the other one. Paul first there, straight underneath him. But what I was going to say before Callum done the kick, Paul prefers punching. Well, Callum's got to use them legs. Yes, there he is. He's got one.
Paul Newby shaking his head there. He doesn't think the contact was excessive, but he's got another warning, I think.
Oh, referee's giving a punch first, but this would be interesting. Referee's give the punch instead of the kick.
I think that could have scored for him.
Well, that actually, if he gets that kick, that puts him in front of Paul Newby.
Well, it's history because he's lost. He's out.
Yeah, that's a shame.
The Group 3 quarter-final, Paul Newby v Jason Legister.
They won't let him continue. They're going to have to bow out. This is going to be terrible for the crowd. It's going to be terrible for Paul and Jason. They're good friends as well. But they said he just cannot continue. He's got double vision.
He's got double vision. The mark's coming up under his eye as well there now. So
sadly, as you can see, Group 3 has come to an unfortunate conclusion. The quarter-final cannot take place because of the damage to Jason Legister's eyes. It's awful to have to ask you, but what's going through your mind at the moment? Paul, if I can turn to you, knowing you as well, this is not the way you would have wanted to go through.
No, it's not. Things like that happen in karate. You've just got to deal with it, and I've got to deal with it now. If I'd have won the fight with Jason, I'd have gone into the next round with a good buzz, but it's not happened, so I've just got to try and pick myself up on my own.
We saw Rory Daniels from Group 1, Alton Brown from Group 2, and Paul Newby from Group 3 reach the semi-final stages. Now it's time for Group 4 to see who will make it through to the semi-finals. It's time to take it to the mat. Group 4 qualifying stages. Joe Mongan takes on Kane Canning. Wales' very own David Godfrey faces Rob Copeland. Scotland's Chris Ewing takes on Alden Daniels. And heavyweight champion of the world Leon Walters takes on Ireland's Ian Jackson. And only one winner from this group will meet the winner of Group 3 in the semi-final stages.
Right, here we go, the fourth and final group. I'm Malcolm Martin. With me, it's my pleasure once again to have Tiki Donovan OBE. Our first fight from this group, Joe Mongan versus Kane Canning. Kane possibly one of the favourites as the tournament's going on now. Tiki.
Well, Kane now he's just come up from junior to senior now, so he's I've lost him for the World Championships in October, but Joe is still there. He'll be going there. He took a bronze medal 2 years ago, but I fancy Kane to win this. I think he's got more determination.
What about this group? Looking at this group, could you think he could possibly go through it to make the semis?
Well, you've got Leon Walters. Leon Walters, let's give his name right. And 2 red, 2 blue. Referee goes blue. You know, who should be the favourite here?
Yes, I mean, in this group, really,
without the area twice. Now Joe is taking it, but if you look at Kane again, he's not got the. Oh, he's come forward now, but he started that match miles too far back.
And what about for this group, Tiki? Maybe the spectre of Leon, will it hang over all of them, knowing that they've got the current heavyweight world champion in that group?
Well, of course, you know, at the moment they just think about who's in front of them. But this is typical fault of Kane. Come out, scores a point, and then goes backwards. And he knows it's a fault. He knows we keep telling him about it. He just does it without realising, you know. Another point. Head punch there. Joe's just walking straight into him. It's hot in here, but the nervous tension.
Well, there is beautiful kick there from Joe.
There's the kick from Joe, and there's Kane going backwards again. If you look where it happened, right back in the corner, brings Joe right back in the frame.
He's shaking his head as if to say he felt he punched first and the kick came after, but it was a beautiful kick, wasn't it?
But Kane shouldn't be going backwards, and that's what I say about him. He knows Joe can kick. Look where Kane is again, he's already halfway backwards.
By warning, he's getting a warning.
But now Joe should be using the kick again. 2 points away.
So what score are we looking at the moment, Tiki?
So that's 6-4. That's 6-4 to Joe, actually. But Kane's pulled his punch back. First draw of the evening. And Kane's give 3 jog eyes away. And he will do that. He scores a point, then goes backwards.
Well, we've got an extra minute now, Tiki, to separate them.
The Encho Sen, this is called sudden death. First one to score. Well, there's a red flag out for Joe. Kane's hit the floor. There's a red mark on his cheek there. So these pads are, you know, they're not big pads.
And Joe is fired up now. He's looking to the crowd. He was trying to get a warning.
That's his second warning, so that means Kane will win the fight on that.
So, fight 2, David Godfrey versus Rob Copeland. Tiki, I've seen David Godfrey on numerous occasions when I've covered fights up in Port Talbot. He's a real one for the future, trained by you now and Cedric Wellington.
Two Welsh boys drawn against each other in the first round. So David nice and fast there, and Rob looks more the old school. Strong and hard. Forward, forward. That was a point, a good point.
So you know which one you want with the outside the kebab house on a Saturday night, but in the competition, maybe the other guy.
That's right, exactly. And he's forward all the time. Look. David, speed there. European champion. That's 2-1 now. So David's leading. Definitely.
I said I've seen this guy a lot, and I really rate him as a potential for the future ticket. I'm not saying for this one, but he'll give anybody a good hard fight.
Well, that's what we need, because in 2008 we hope to be in the Olympics, and if we're in the Olympics we go in as Great Britain. So that's when we're drawing all over the country: Scotland, Wales, Ireland and England. We're in the last 4 sports to get picked for 2008, so we've got our fingers crossed. A warning there for contact. I think they had to come. He's held his ground well there, David. Very good.
Are you impressed with him? As I said,
Yes,
I've seen him obviously in not something as prestigious as this, but he's always impressed me with a cool head and wise beyond his years. And when you talk to him outside of the mats as well, very nice young man.
Well, what impresses me, he's punching going forward and he's punching when he's going back. You know, he's lost his balance there, slipped and walked right into a back fist. I should think he's got selected to go to the World Championships, which are being held in Marseille in October. So he'll be representing Wales if he's still under 21.
He is, yes. Yeah. And a nice win here. Nice opening for a late replacement. Very good job.
Yeah.
Right, so here we go. Chris Ewing versus Auden Daniels. How do you see this one going, Tiki?
I should think I would put my money on Chris with this. Auden didn't turn up for selections for the Commonwealth. I don't know if he's been trained hard.
You're going to have a chat with these guys, Tiki, after the tournament's over. They put themselves in a position, don't they?
Yeah, he's put himself there already now. I'd give that to Auden first there, red second. Referee's gone with red. So it's gone to Chris, but I thought Auden was first there. Oh, there's a super kick. Just didn't try and block it, turned his head away. And that's the lack of training. That shows you he's not been training.
It's a big lead now.
Or it shows you he may have been training, but he hasn't been fighting.
And there's no substitute really, is there, Tiki? Not when you're competing regularly. The more you do it.
He's made contact again. That's the
yeah, it's hard coming from Chris because he's a solidly built lad. So he's on thin ice now, Tiki.
I'm surprised there that what he's done there, he's took Auden to the mat and then he's brought him back in the centre again. And now Auden scored. You know, if Auden goes out again, it's another 2 points. Oh, good spirit from Auden there, straight off the line. Very good, low kick, in for 2 points.
It's very close again now.
He's fight back now, yeah. 5-4. Going to give a warning to Auden, probably for making a meal out of it.
There you heard Hamish Clear go to the body, Chris.
Yeah, and he has done a good left reverse punch there.
Odin using his legs. He's got to go for those points
He's
now,
got to
hasn't
go. He's got to use the legs. Oh, super kick straight into the body, just as you said it, Malcolm. And that's his best technique. Is a low kick. Now he's going back. Oh, contact.
The Scottish crowd like that, Chicky.
Yeah, that was a good kick. And you know, again, this is what I'm saying. This is a sign of not fighting. He hasn't got the reflex to block it, and you know, and you could get a warning for that, my Bobby, which means no protection to yourself. Well, that opens it right up again.
The crowd aren't happy, but this one's got a lot of excitement. This, for various reasons, this is turning out to be a tasty little fight, Chicky.
Yeah. And now he's going to get a warning for that. Now he's just backed off him. I don't think Chris. You know, I think he should have got a warning. He's disqualified him, and that's right. Because, you know, it's not fair on you. If you've trained hard for this competition, and someone hasn't trained hard and put the work on them, they're not protecting themselves, and you kick them to the head.
So the last of the first group fights, Leon's against Ian Jackson. What about Ian, Chicky?
I don't know too much about Ian. So it'd be interesting to see. He's a big guy, isn't he?
Big, he's as tall as Leon. He's not physically intimidated, that's for sure.
No. Now, as I say, Leon has got an arsenal of techniques.
Oh, beautiful. Just as he said that to Eva, he brought it out, and this is what the crowd want to see. He brought the crowd to their feet. Right in the opening seconds, he sat at his stall, just as he said it.
You know, I've been putting Leon was one of these fighters that would just pull a draw or nick it on one point, and he's got an arsenal of techniques, and I've been putting him out. Lovely, chew down punch, chew down kick there, kick to the stomach. You know, Ian never even saw that. His arm didn't even move to block it. Mind you, he's going to find that small for Leon, that ring, that square.
Yes, when they did the referee's briefing.
It's that point there, super point. See, he doesn't need to wait. This is what I keep saying to him. He doesn't need to wait because he's got so many techniques. He can just go and take it.
When they did the referee's briefing, Chicky, he looked at the mat and he looked at Joe Long and he smiled. And Joe looked up and said, "It'll make you fight," and he just looked at him. He didn't answer. He just smiled.
He's a great character, Leon. He's a good character on the squad. He's good. You know, he gets the squad going. He's going for the trip back there. Read that really well.
Set his man up, didn't he, perfectly.
Well, he only needs one more point and the fight's over. And this is what I'm saying, you haven't got to fight for 2 minutes.
The other point is as well, Chicky, they're the last out, full stop. These two are the last out, full stop, and yet he looks really sharp.
Yeah. He's turned his head there now. See, he's going for a big one for the crowd. You know, if I was just say, just get another punch, nick another punch and get off there. But, you know, the crowd want to see it.
They were counting down with the clock with Leon. Very impressive performance, waiting so long, last two out, and he pulls out a performance like that, Chicky.
Well, he knows that Chris was watching that as well.
In Group 4, we now have Kane Cannon and David Godfrey, Chris Ewing and Leon Walters. It's now time to see which two of these guys make it through to the quarter-final.
Well, let's see, Chicky, David Godfrey versus Kane Canning. If David could continue his good form against a fighter, really, that we expected better on that first outing. Kane can't get any worse, can he?
No, I don't think so, but... See, now he's coming out. Now let's see if... First punch, pulling away there. But he's David sharp with this reverse punch.
Yes, it's a good technique for him. It's a scoring technique for him.
Now there's a point for Kane. Now let's see his tactics now. Does he keep going forward or does he go backwards?
You'd want him to keep going forward.
I'd want him to keep going forward. Jog eye for David. And he's keeping it going forward.
David does like to draw them on, Chicky. That's the game he plays. And then suddenly he'll burst forward. Every now and then he'll break the rhythm, but he does feel more comfortable drawing his opponent on.
Yeah, he likes to fight off that line now.
He's not as sharp as he was in the first one with this.
That's his second one now. He's give a point away.
It's interesting to see what David will do as well, because he needs a different tactic now. Is he capable of doing it? Is he capable of bringing something else out? He needs those points.
Well, he's wasting time. He's wasted too much time here. Look, he's not trying anything. He's just bouncing. Will Kane keep bouncing with him?
And he can kick as well. I've seen the boy kick very well.
It's all right. He's gone out the area again.
And he's
Right on time.
bit of a whimper there, really. Tiki, I thought disappointed. Very good showing in the first round. I don't know whether he was overawed by Kane in the second. I thought Kane did the right tactics, but David, he went out really like a wet file. But now this is a fight that'll have the audience going. Big Chris Ewing, big Leon Walters. Only one of them's going through.
This has potential. Leon had the better of him in the Commonwealth. Jogai straight away
for Leon.
Let's see where he's standing. Look, 2 mats, 1 mat. He's already there. A sharp, super kick. He's cool, Leon.
He's out again. Tiki, could this fight be as important to say that the winner of this maybe have a good shot at taking the 10K?
I would definitely say so. I would definitely say so. And look where he is again. He's got to come forward.
And it's very close and tense, this one at the moment. He's really going to the edge there. And Chris is doing the right thing. He's forcing him to the
Forcing him back. Leon's got a point there. Yeah. Chris grabbed him and pulled him onto a reverse punch there.
Don't fall asleep.
Don't fall asleep, yeah, and he did then. He lost it there. That could have been a point. That was a good point for Leon.
Was Hamish picking up on the same thing as you? That he shouldn't have stopped?
He shouldn't have stopped. He shouldn't have stopped. Got a concentration, got to keep it going. Time must be nearly out, and Leon's in that corner again. He's
2 points though this time, isn't he?
Oh, God. He's made it 4-4. But this is, when you coach Leon, it gives you grey hair.
He's on a knife edge now though with this Jogai, isn't he?
He is, because he's still going backwards. And Chris is going to push him and push him.
And am I right in saying if he goes back this time it's 3 points?
Look, he's too far back again. Look, he's right forward on here. Leon scored now. It must be near time now. I can't see the clock from here.
5-4 to Leon at this precise moment in time, Tiki. And it's time. Very close, tense match, that one.
Yeah.
Group 4, the quarter-final. Kane Canning takes on Leon Walters to see which one of these guys from Group 4 makes it through to the semi-final.
Psyching himself up, we can see him there psyching himself up for this.
And Leon's making him wait. So who would you say was the clever one?
Any advantage to Kane, the extra rest, but not at this level with these athletes?
No, not at this level. Leon would be used to coming to the end and going straight into another fight.
I'm like that with donuts, Tiki.
Sorry?
I'm like that with donuts. Once one's gone, I'm straight onto the next.
He's right on the next one. Oh, he's come out. He means it, Leon. Look. Oh, super punch right over the top. Got him bending backwards, and that's Kane's fault, bending backwards.
And you mentioned earlier his stance as well.
Yeah. Kane, you know, he steps forward and he bends his back. But he's going to need. He's going for a sweep there. Kane's going to need to bring a leg up here.
Another difference in this one is, as you picked up on the last fight, he's not coming further forward on the mat, but when they're actually fighting, When they're actually fighting, though, he's not going so far back, though,
No.
this time, Leon.
But he's still,
He's moving much more around the area.
it's a punch. He was going for the sweep then.
Leon obviously more aware of that jog area this time. I think he was stung last time, and he's thought about it, hasn't he?
He's made contact there. Practice there, came up right into it. Warning for Leon. Two red flags for Kane. So Kane's a fighter though, you know, he won't give up.
You said he would go for him, and he has to, really, doesn't he?
Yeah, he will. Two hands blocking. Yeah, super kick. Now, he's put the kick up to Kane's face. Kane's blocked with both his hands, so he's gone round the other way. Great tactics, great tactics.
There's the
Two hands block. Referee was just in the way then, that was a shame. I fancy they're going to cancel out his kick. Now, that makes Kane in front now.
Kane was almost apologetic in taking that, Ticky.
Yeah, well, you would be. I mean, let's face it, they're from the same squad, and
But as you said, he's taking it to Leon. If he's going to go out, he's going to go out all guns blazing.
yeah, Kane's going to get a warning now for holding, which he does do too much, sorry to say. But Leon, he's still got to get some points here. Yeah, there's one. Good face punch there. Still starting too far back for me.
Moving nicely around the area this time though, Ticky. Turned his man nicely, looking for the opening.
For heavyweight, he moves around the area so fast. Front hand. Kane went straight into that, no defence, so they should have given him a warning for that.
But as you said in the earlier round, Kane is coming forward. He's trying. If he's going to go out, he's going to go out trying, isn't he? Rather than we've seen a couple give up and think, oh well, that's it. Certainly can't say that of Kane.
And he's just scored. He's got two red flags there, Kane. This could be a big turnaround if the young ones come through. Kane Cannon, Alton Brown. They're giving the point to Leon. Right decision, I think.
Right, that was our fourth and final quarter-final to get our last semi-finalist. And I think you'll all agree that was a wonderful fight. Two very talented young men. Now, if I go to Kane first, Kane, one thing Ticky Donovan said to me, he said, if Kane's going to go out, he's going to go out fighting. And you did take it to Leon.
He's world champion, but I've got to show him respect for what I can do as well, so I went out and fought him. And he won, but at least I give it my all.
Well, I think you can tell from the reaction there, people respect you for that. Just tell us quickly about the cut on the back of the head. Is everything all right there?
Yeah, it's alright, it was just a heel. It was a good kick though. So, well done, Liam. Nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kane Canning. Leon, you're in the semi-finals, you've been there before, you were there last year, and like last year, two tough fights to come through, and Kane really taking it to you.
I take my hat off to Kane. He's a very good fighter. I mean, I was pushed to fight before. I'm a little bit not as fit as I'd like to be at the moment, but, you know, I'll give it my best shot and take it to everyone that comes.
Now, last year, you were the beaten finalist. You're back at semi-final stage. Can you go that one step further this year?
Well, I'm world champion, I can beat any and everyone, I believe. So I don't see why I can't take it home. No disrespect to anyone fighting and competing, including Paul Newby.
So there you have it. The group stage is over. We've got our 4 semi-finalists. We go up to 3-minute rounds. When we come back, it's semi-final time.
We're now down to the final 4 and it's semi-finals time. Rory Daniels takes on Alton Brown and Paul Newby takes on Leon Walters. Let's see which 2 guys makes it through to the grand final.
Here we are with the OTN Outdoor Television Network 10K Clash. We're at semi-final stage. Our first semi-final, Rory Daniels versus Alton Brown. I'm Malcolm Martin, and with me is my pleasure once again to have Tiki Donovan OBE. Tiki, semi-final stage, 2 great athletes.
2 great athletes, and I'm hoping to see some good kicks here. This is a repeat of the final Commonwealth for the under 75 kilos. And Alton going in for Rory. Rory scored a beautiful kick on Alton in the Commonwealth. And then they returned it. So
This possibly is the worst stage though to go out at, Tiki. You're 1 step away from the final. You can almost taste it.
Oh, I think the worst place must be the final. Oh, punch for Rory there. One judge give it out the area. Referee had already said, yeah man, stop. But Alton, he's taking it to him. He's hungry.
Are you surprised he's got this far with his youth and...
No. Alton's got the point. Rory punched, but so that's where the bent back. So there's a weakness on the kick, on the punch. And Alton draws first blow. Or wins the first point, I should say. Good point. See? Rory first, Alton second. That's what he doesn't use enough of, them punches.
You also said that he's got wonderful legs, but he's not used it tonight, really, has he? He's a great kicker.
Rory, no, he's not used them as much. He scored a couple of kicks.
Bones about the fact that I thought Rory could go all the way, at least to the final.
Because as much as you can say, well, Rory can all of a sudden pull out one of these kicks, so can Alton. They know each other very well.
Alton's set out his stall, hasn't he? He's going for it. He's going for Rory.
Well, he's going for it because this goes a lot deeper in this. You know, they're both under 75 kilos, and come next year, you can only pick one of them. So Alton is fighting in the juniors and the seniors. So good.
Rory's got that clear.
Yes, good point.
All 3 judges for that one.
He's got such a good punch, Rory. You know, sometimes when I'm in the chair with him, you have to scream at him to use it. He's not using his distance there. Two red, 2 blue. Referee's going for blue. 3-2 to Alton. Alton's just not letting Rory have the distance for them arms, is he? He's closing him down.
Closing him very quickly.
Oh, that was a good point. Well, it's gone to Alton. Well, I couldn't see Alton's point from the side, I could see Rory's. But
one thing we must stress though, Tiki, they've got 3 minutes this time, haven't they? So...
Yes, very good point there.
Again, clear, all 3 judges.
Yep. Still 4-3. Alton's still leading.
And with the judges there, he was tempted to give it to him, but so all 3 judges said they couldn't see a clear point, so he went with them.
He's diving straight into that punch, Alton, as soon as Rory rose. Look at that. Another one. Jordan punch. He's just, you know, he's just getting right inside him.
Again, Chico's asking them, all 3 saying they're not sure. I don't know if he's going to give it. Yes, he's giving it off his own back there.
Well, if they say they couldn't see it,
then he was right there, wasn't he? He was right there as well. He was right on top of that action.
Oh, good for Rory there. Punch for Rory, but 2 red flags against Now that gives the referee the power. Yeah.
Very close fight. One of the best we've seen so far against Hickey, isn't it? It's on a knife edge, this one. Yep.
Judge on my right is saying that Alton's punch missed and Rory hit. This is where Rory does go wrong. He goes to the head. He knows Alton's coming in fast. He's got to go for the body.
This has been a great little fight, this one.
3 seconds to go on the clock.
5-4 to Alton. It's been a cracking contest, hasn't it?
It's been a very good contest, and
so what Alton's done well is he's closed him down and then hit immediately on the counter, hasn't he?
And Rory's got second contact. He's give it away.
3 seconds left.
It's got to come out with a kick. It's got to be a kick.
And that's what he was trying to do. As soon as he said that's what he was trying to do, and Alton's done it.
Alton's done it. Alton's in the final. So that's revenge from the Commonwealth.
Let's see if we can talk to both young men as well, Ticky.
Okay.
Well, that was our first semi-final. We've got our first finalist. It's always hard when someone gets so near but so far. He's been gracious enough to come here and do the interview. Rory, you've gone that one extra stage, but semi-final. It's hard to ask, but how do you feel?
Well, I thought I was in for the final this year. I'm obviously really annoyed that I didn't make it, but I'm still young and I got next year.
Oh, as you said, very difficult, very hard to take, but one thing you always bring is you bring the game and you bring the support.
Yeah, definitely. It's what it's all about. Bristol are the best in the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, it's hard to go out of semi-final stage. Rory Daniels. With a loser, that means there's a winner, and through to the final, and one fight away from £10,000, Mr. Alton Brown. Alton, you've got Rory out of the way in the semi-final. You're through to the final. For such a young man, you've proved you can live with the very best.
Damn right. Again, I'm happy. Just want to thank all the supporters, especially my girlfriend Kate, Ticky, Wayne, everyone. You know, I'm just pleased, happy.
Now, you've got through the group stage, you've got through the semi-final, you've gone all the way, and as I said, with your relative youth, Ticky's saying what a prospect you are for the future, but is that enough for you? You're in the final, there's £10,000 at stake. What's going through your mind now?
Win it. Win it. Definitely. Gonna fight for this one.
Well, we've had a fantastic semi-final. We've had a fantastic semi-final. We've got our first finalist, Mr. Alton Brown. Commiserations to Rory. He will be back. But Alton Brown, one fight away possibly from £10,000. We're going to see the second semi-final now and see who's going to meet in the final. Until then, Rory Daniels, Alton Brown.
So our first finalist is Alton Brown. It's now time for the second semi-final. Paul Newby faces Leon Walters for a place in the grand final.
Right, second semi-final time. Alton Brown through to the final. Ticky, we saw Leon after his quarter-final interview and he looked up and said, I can beat anyone in the world, and that includes Paul Newby.
Well, let's wait and see. What I'm so proud of, and I know Wayne is as well, our squad, that they've got hearts of lions and they will go for each other. There's none of them will back away from the other one and go, well, you know, they will give him a fight. And Paul will give Leon a fight, and if Leon does win this, you know, young Alton, you just saw what he'd done with Rory, he will give him a fight.
Yes, he must be so disappointed for Rory, but I think he took that like a true gentleman, didn't he?
Yeah, he knew he made the mistake, he made the contact, he could have done better, he'd be arguing with himself, but that's competition. Oh, super kick. So Leon goes in the lead.
I was just about to say how well Paul Newby moves around the area, but we're talking about two men that do that so well full stop, don't we?
They do, and as Leon said in his interview, he's not as fit as he wants to be because, say, he had to withdraw in the Commonwealth. He took gold in the team, there's that Jedi again. He took a gold in the team, he took a gold in the heavyweight, and in the open weight he did pull a nasty muscle right in his back. and we did doubt whether we'd fight in this.
If we look at all the possible permutations to get to the final and lose 2 years running, what would that do to a man? I'm only talking of permutations here, but if he did 2 years running.
Yeah, well, this is all about concentration now. You know,
can you be first there, Ticky, to the body?
No, referee went to Leon, but it's gone to Paul. I mean, this is what I'm saying now, this is concentration and you mustn't make a mistake. And if Leon does make a mistake, Paul will capitalise on it. Vice versa. You know, Leon's looking to take this point that you must concentrate all the time.
Is it hard not to have one eye or part of your mind on the final and £10,000?
No, one at a time. And Levy got that. He's going back, Leon. That's it. That's a habit he's got. He's going away from it. Oh, he can back to Leon.
Yes, Chico overruled and gave it to Leon.
Right. That puts Leon back in front.
Trademark spinning kick that just missed there from Newby. That reverse side kick he does so well.
Well, he'll try that back kick. There's Leon working on that line again. He's going to get a jogger, second jogger, he's giving the point away.
Shaking his head, he's smiling.
We shouldn't give points away at this time, you know, not for jogger, silly things like that. Because with these new rules, you know, Newby could pull a kick off and bang.
He's got the crowd going though, fever point. The crowd at fever point here.
Yeah, Newby moved fast, but Leon punched fast. So the difference of moving in and then punching, he should be punching as soon as he moves. So as he's moving, his punch is already travelling.
There's psychology going on as well here, Ticky. The way Leon's looking down at Paul there, I saw it there, and he was giving him that look just to say, you can't beat me. He's really playing the psychological games as well.
Well, you heard his interview there, he's confident, he believes in himself, and I knew that back kick would come out. Good try, nearly there. But you know, you'll see a difference now with the karate fighters that are on the actual squad. If they're losing and it comes in that last 30 seconds, they will be attacking like anything. You know, they won't be just bouncing.
And again, you mentioned Paul went for the punch down. For such a big man, Leon turned around him. These two men, to me, are two of the best movers in karate.
They're very good. Paul, look, you know, there's Leon there just doing the work of the lightweight. You know, you'd say, if you was in the commentary and not watching it, you'd be thinking Leon was the lightweight.
And I can imagine Alton Brown going, working, Paul, working.
Yeah. He won't stop.
You can't fault his desire there.
No. It's getting near the time. Yeah. See, that's what I like to see. He went for that kick. Everything was in it.
And he almost reached it, but we have our second finalist, Mr. Leon Walters, for the second year running. Right, there we have it, our second and final semi-final. We've got our winner. Obviously, again, we've got a loser. Paul, you went further in the competition this time. You got to the semi-final stage, but I imagine that's no consolation to you whatsoever.
Sorry, I'm a bit out of breath. I'm happy I got this far because I'm the smallest guy in the tournament. Went out to Leon, who's the world heavyweight champion. And I just felt the area was a little bit too small tonight. But apart from that, I enjoyed it. And good luck to Leon.
But that means we do have our second finalist, and it is the heavyweight champion of the world, Mr. Leon Walters. Leon, deja vu, we were here this time last year. What's going to change this year?
Well, something's changed already. I'm world class. I believe that. No, not being ignorant, that's what I believe. And I think, you know, the last 4 fighters, it shows it, all England fighters, we're a world class team, silver in the World Championships, and, you know, we're hanging with the best.
Right, so we finally got to the stage. 32 men started, 2 remain. As we give it up for Mr. Paul Newby, let's remember it's Mr. Alton Brown. This is Mr. Leon Walters for the OTN 10K Karate Clash. One of these 2 men walks away with £10,000. They're going to take it to the mat.
It's now grand final time for the richest prize in traditional karate history, the OTN 10K Karate Clash. In the grand final we have Alton Brown in the red corner, who's took out Scott Gemmell from Scotland, Davin Pack, Paul Richards and Rory Daniels in the semi-final. Alton Brown, the current European Junior Champion, is facing the current World Heavyweight Champion, Leon Walters, in the blue corner. Leon took out Ian Jackson, Chris Ewing from Scotland, Kane Canning and Paul Newby in the semi-finals to make it through to the final. It's now time for the grand final to see who's the daddy of British karate. It's time to take it to the mat.
I've just got a feeling that with nothing to lose, Alton's going to take this to Leon. Really take it to him.
He's going to come in 100 miles an hour. He's going to try and get inside him, but Leon has just got to watch the control because Alton comes in fast. There it is. Now, shows Alton there, he's done the same thing. What he done with Rory, waits from the attack and tries to get right inside him. Leon's put a couple of kicks up there. Let's see if he comes in with a punch now.
Yes, I was just about to say to you, he's laid out a stall, he's set 2 kicks out, he's using that height and reach. But I was just about to say, was there an ulterior motive for this?
He's left it too long now. He's, you know. Really, that would have been nice if it had come off. But I think he's rattled Alton a little bit there.
He's got to assert his authority, really, hasn't he? He's heavyweight champion of the world. He's been in this position last year. He's got to do it.
He's got to, but the biggest danger for Leon, if Alton puts them kicks up there, he's so fast, you know. You know, if someone said to me, well, who do you think is going to win? Leon should win. But
we said that in the semi-final with Rory Daniels, and then there was the bet.
And it happened, and he's there, the boy, and he's, good try.
I mean, whatever else happens, I know he'll be disappointed, but even if he loses in this, what a great night for Alton Brown.
Well, I think he'll be the first one to put his name down for next year.
There's that kick I told you about. That was so close, Ticky, so close.
It just went across the front there, and he got the job over. See, Leon fights with his hands very low, which I don't like, but he said he feels comfortable. But I don't like it, and
another thing I want to pick you up on, because it seems you're right, you said there's a good chance that Alton might be the neutral crowd favourite, and it seems to be that case.
Yeah. The crowd love an underdog. That's the English way, isn't it?
It just kicked me.
But, oh, yes. So there was a red flag, and the Chico said that Akram missed, which is red, and Leon gets the first point. He's not doing nothing silly, Leon. He's keeping it very tight, but Alton's going to go for them kicks again.
Yes, he's shown Alton respect, hasn't he? And he's got to the final. That speaks for itself.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes Leon can fight a really, really tight fight, and he just catches a good block there. Jagara, yeah, and Susan, he's got to be careful of that. I think he's got to start putting some techniques against Alton and not wait for him, because Alton's very fast with combinations.
There's a point. And you can hear that crowd. They're on his side. You said they love the underdog. He's got the point.
He's got nothing to lose, Tiki. He's got nothing to lose. Nothing to lose. As you say, it's unthinkable that Leon could take second place again, but there it is, a draw. Well, what tension in the final of the 10k challenge. £10,000 at stake and it's a draw. We go into sudden death. Now, that shows your class of audience to take a world champion to sudden death. And you think Leon would have wrapped it up more than that. So he's paid for it being too tight. Now this is a situation you don't want to be in. Now they will counter attacks if there's no score, so that's 1 each so far. The referee will count and he does the most attacks. We've got a maximum of a minute, haven't we? We've got a maximum minute, and if there's no score, it's whoever done the most fight. There's a part of a push, but he's still in attack, so that's 2-1 to Leon at attacks. Took you that 3 minutes flew past. He didn't see that 3 minutes. He's going to go out the area, going to be, oh, that's it. That's it. Good punch. I think we made it too tight to fight Leon. I would have, for the crowd, I think that it's who wins at the end of the day. That's right, and for the second year in a row, Leon Walters got to the final, but this year he's gone one better. He is the 10k champion, £10,000 to Mr. Leon Walters.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was the second OTN 10k karate clash for £10,000. And before we get to the winner, let's talk to a young man who has just taken the heavyweight karate champion of the world right to the wire. He's entertained us all night. He's come this close. Let's give it up for Mr. Alton Brown. Now the event's over. What are your thoughts on the evening's entertainment and reaching the final?
I enjoyed it, to be honest. It was a great tournament, great fighters, Leon, everybody that I fought today and all the rest of the fighters, but things seem to be coming together for me now. Won the European title, silver medal in Commonwealth, and I'm just looking forward to the World Championships in October. I just want to thank all my supporters, all my friends, all my instructors, Wayne, Tiki, Terry Daly, Joe Anderson, everyone, and I'd like to big up OTN for supporting the event.
Talking of OTN, let's get the business going, let's get it out of the way. A big up for Basil Arundel, the president of OTN. And Basil is now going to present the cheque to the 10k winner, Mr. Leon Walters, £10,000. Basil Arundel, ladies and gentlemen, president of OTN and our sponsors. Without him, this wouldn't happen. Leon, last year as runner-up. Tonight, there's a cheque there for £10,000. The pressure must have been on, but you're the man. How do you feel?
Pressure was on. It was tricky dealing with it this year. I didn't try to take on any talk that anyone was coming with. Try to, keep that to the back. I mean, coming in, world champion, it was hard because, everyone's flipping on me. But, I prevailed. Checks in my hand. It's going to be nice sitting in my bank. Cheers. Could I just say also special thanks to Joe Long for putting on this event, getting us coverage. We're not getting the support we deserve. We're very, very, we work hard. Very, very good athletes, and we deserve what we're getting now. So I feel it's owed to everyone here for these events.
With that in mind, Leon, if you don't mind, I'd like to bring in the man himself. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Joe Long, the organiser of this wonderful event. Joe, second year in a row, the second 10k. What are your thoughts now after a wonderful evening?
I'd just like to take this opportunity, Malcolm, to thank everybody here, because without you and without a great team around us, number one, the athletes, the commentary team, the TV, and the support of family and friends, we wouldn't be here. So everyone here, whether you're a competitor or a spectator, thank you very much.